This is the lesson 5 video notes on bracketing and identifying, and this is where we're going to get into some serious algebraic problems. As you guys can see down in example 2, we've got a really long algebra expression that we're going to take care of using our bracket method. So let's start by the basics that we have all gotten good at by now, which is just bracketing this. You guys know the routine. Again, we're not using PEMDAS rules. All that searching left and right for parentheses, exponents, and all that, we've eliminated that stuff. We're bracketing it off. Now, we're going to identify each of these brackets as either a mash or distribute or a solo artist. Let's go through it. First one, only one in the house. It's got to be a mash problem. Second one, no parentheses, clearly a solo artist. Third one, 2 in the house. Got to be a distribute. Fourth one, 1 in the house, so it is mash. And the fifth one, 2 in the house, definitely a distribute. Now understand that some people like to identify it as a mash, then do the problem. Some people like to go through the whole thing and get through all the identifying. It's up to you. Let's start with the first bracket. It's a mash, so we just count the negative signs. 1 makes it a negative. Mash the numbers. 18, throw in the peas and the carrots. Second bracket, solo artist, bring it down. Third bracket, this is a distribute. What are we distributing? A negative sign. Remember, this is the easy stuff. Negative to a positive 3y, negative 3y. Bring that negative to the negative 5, positive 5. Next bracket, it's a mash. Count the negative signs. Don't forget, 1, 2. That makes the whole thing positive. Don't just bring that sign down and pray. Mash the numbers. 2 times 3 is 6. Throw in the peas and the carrots. And last but not least, a distribute. We're distributing a positive 2, so we don't change signs. We end up with a positive 6z. And a positive times a negative stays negative 5v. And that is how you do some real good, complicated algebra problems. Let's take a look at our next example, example 3. Again, let's bracket first. Okay, so let's start it. And you know what they're trying to do. They're trying to forget that solo artist. Keep it rolling. Okay, first bracket. We know it's a solo, so we just bring them down. Next bracket. 1 in the house, 1 in the house. Now everybody thinks that this is distribute, but there's only 1 in each house, so this is a mash. And again, our mash says count all the signs. 1, 2, 3 negative signs, makes the whole thing negative. Numbers first, 4, chuck in the peas and the carrots. Again, a lot of people want to distribute that, but it's not a distribute problem. Third bracket is a mash. No negative signs, so that whole thing is positive. 7 times 3, 21. Throw in the peas and the carrots. Next bracket is a distribute. Now here we are distributing a negative 3. So be aware. Negative times a positive 4 gives you a negative 12y. Take that negative 3, bring it to a negative 2, and it becomes a positive 6t. Okay? Next one, 2 in the house, so it's a distribute. What are we distributing? A negative sign. Remember, we love distributing negative signs. Negative times a positive, negative 2z. And bring that negative to a negative, positive 3xt. And last but not least, a mash. Again, 1 in the house, 1 in the house. It's considered a mash even though it looks like you want to distribute. How many negative signs? 2, so the whole thing's going to be a positive. And then let your calculator do the 4 times 3 times 10. I think it's 120. Throw in the peas and the carrots. And you have just done one pretty long algebra expression. You are officially ready to bracket, identify, and crank out some algebra.